Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ani and today we're about to get into some fun stuff. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Sorry guys, Onyx is licking my foot. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ani and of course, by the background, you guys can tell we're getting ready to do some different stuff today. I'm about to get you into this real shit, okay? I'm about to give you guys a slight little natural beat, you know, because I've noticed a lot lately out in public, people have been saying, oh, I love your makeup, girl. And you know, they're so sweet, such dolls. They follow my channel. And it's because of y'all that I decided to do a makeup tutorial today. So I'm going to give you guys some natural beat video content today, and I'm going to show you how I slay. So I have already started on my eyebrows. As you guys can see, I did my eyebrows before I started this video, and I also primed my lids and put down my concealer so that way I'm ready to start. We are going to start with the Zulu or Juvia's Place palette, the Zulu, and we're about to get it in. So I'm gonna start with my first color. I'm going to go ahead and put my base down. I'm just gonna start with this brown color right here. You see it, yeah? So I'm just going to lightly dust that onto my brush. I'm just going to kind of set the foundation by just, you know, putting it in my crease. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to get a nice little base down for this. So I am just sweeping back and forth. It does not matter if it gets on your lid because you are going to end up covering that with concealer. So go ahead and sweep it. Sweepity, sweepity. And you notice I am brushing up with, or swiping upwards when I'm working with this neutral color, because I always like to start with this color in any look that I'm doing, only because it looks great, it's really nice, and it's a good little foundation for the start of your blend. There we go. So now that I have got my base color down, I'm gonna go ahead and move into my Icon Pro palette, and I am going to go ahead and start with a dark color, just so I can fan it up into this brown color. Biggest thing about blending is you want it to look like an illusion almost. You don't want it to be choppy with one color, the next color, the next color. You want to blend it up into one another so that way it looks like it almost has a fading effect. So that's the reason why I put down this base color, because whatever colors I do beneath it will be darker, so that way it gives you more of that kind of like a blended effect. Let's go a tad bit darker and go to this brown color right here. I wish I had a name, but this palette does not go by names. So if you get it, you'll be able to see it. So as you can see, I am fanning it into the crease of my eye. And I'm working it up, even with this precise brush. As you guys can see. And you can kind of see that by two colors, you can still see that color right on top of it, but it's not too dark. I'm gonna darken it up a little bit, but if this is your preference of how dark you want it, you can have it that way. I am kind of fanning it upwards, so that way that darker color could really show. So once you cut your crease, it might be a little more hidden. You might not see it depending upon how high up you're cutting your crease, but I do like my colors to be really transparent. There you have it. So there you go. That is also one of my colors. But now I'm going to go ahead and move into my Morph palette. This is my Morph 35V. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of this reddish brown right here. I'm gonna mix it a little bit with this dark purple right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of outline a little bit into my crease. As you guys can see, it's kind of overshadowing that other color, but that's okay because I do want to make my creases a little higher just so I can go in and cut my crease a little later. So I did not blend up. Do you guys see the difference? When you do not blend up, it kind of gives you that hood look. So I'm gonna go in and kind of buff it out a little bit with my Anastasia brush. And it's okay to bring the dark into the corner of your eye because, I mean, it just gives it more of a hooded look and makes it look, I mean, it looks good. It looks good. All right, there you have it. So it is nice and blended. You guys can see the crease in my eye. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to buff it out with my colors that I just used before. I'll go back in with my base color. And I'm gonna go ahead and just sweep right over the top of this crease that I have been creating. All right, and so the next color that I'm gonna go ahead and go into, I'm gonna go into my Queen Tribe Collection palette, and I'm going to grab a little bit of that Crown Royal. It's got a lot of other pigments on it. I'm just gonna sweep on top. Okay, so the next color that I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna touch a little bit of this yellow, and I'm just gonna sweep over the top of my eye. And I'm doing the same thing with the other eye. I'm just sweeping that yellow over. As you guys can see, you can see that blend effect that I kind of give off now. It goes from a dark brown to a brown to my base color into the orange, or not the orange, I'm sorry, into the light brown-ish color back into the yellow. So I am just blending that yellow right on top just to give it that illusion of look. And there you have it. So you have that brown look, and if you do want to go in, you can, you know, just touch up that brown and just, you know, kind of blend it out some more. You can blend it upwards if you like, and it will still look just as nice. I'm gonna show y'all how it's done. First thing, let me find my cut crease brush. Now, I'm gonna say my little hack, I have a basic brush. I mean, I don't exactly know what type of brush this is because, I mean, I think it's so old that the label's lost on it. But it's like a nice little, I would say, concealer brush. And I've ended up turning it into my own cut crease brush. If I use enough concealer on it, it becomes like hard, but not like dangerous hard, but just hard enough to where it forms, all the bristles just form into one. So it makes it so much easier for me to cut my crease. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I do this. If you want a tutorial on how to cut your crease, I have one up. I think it's way down, but I definitely have one. So make sure you check it out. All right, so starting with my crease, I'm gonna go ahead and just start in the corner of my eye. I like to get my lid nice and full of concealer before I start really cutting. There we go. And so I'm just gonna pat that to make sure it's extra dry. And I will start with this eye first. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Morphe palette. And I'm going to get me this, pull out my little eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to start with this shade right here at the bottom. Super cute shade. Super cute. And I'm bringing it all the way out. All the way over. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the other eye. And there you have it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to apply my liner. Okay, first off, let's say hello to Onyx because he's been trying to say hey to you guys for the longest. Say what's up, Booker.
He said, look at myself.
He said, hey,
boy.
I see myself.
He said, well, I'm fine as hell.
Ooh, okay. All right, TT, going back to work now, okay? Happy playing.
Come here.
All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my color corrector, and I'm just gonna go and get underneath my eyes because Lord knows I got them bags, y'all. I be putting in them long nights. Now that that's blended out nicely, nice and evenly, I'm going to go ahead and get ready. I just hate how they look. I ain't show. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go in with my concealer. This is actually the same concealer shade as my concealer that I use for my crease. It is in the shade Fawn, I believe. Yeah, Fawn. And I'm getting right up underneath my eye and right in this area right here because this area tends to give you, like with your lashes, you kind of can't really touch that. So getting in there really good. And it's okay if it gets in up where your eyeshadow is because you will eventually cover that up with foundation. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer once my hand dries. Or not concealer, foundation, sorry. I'm just gonna put enough on top of my hand to give myself my full face coverage. Right, now I'm gonna go ahead and move into contouring. I'm just gonna draw me a slight little line. And I'm gonna just blend it in because I have some really strong cheekbones. So with that happening, I tend to try to go a little light on the darker line for my contour. I don't want it to be too strong. I kind of like a little more of a natural little sweep. So as you can see, I am kind of blending that in as well, giving it a nice little natural sweep. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of concealer just so I can go in and highlight the key areas up underneath my eyes and my nose and a little on my forehead so that way it brightens up the look. I only like to do this second after the darker concealer because it does bring out the areas that I need to highlight the most. And it's best if you go too dark, you know, you can always lighten it up a little bit by doing this. So it's a perk. You just have to use it and do it like you know what you're doing, you know? I go little by little, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. Last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and block my lips a little bit so they are nice and moisturized because I have on some really good gloss. As you can see, a little bit of my foundation is seeped into my lips, so that's okay as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and just line my lips with my lip liner. This is NYX pencil in the shade dark brown. And there you have it. Lip liner. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a teeny bit of NYX lingerie in the shade Lipply. Just gonna add a little bit onto my lip. Give a little bit of a lighter shade. Looks delicious. your lip liner stays neat. Okay. And then I'm just gonna add a slight bit of highlight. If you're feeling fancy, you can add a little bit up underneath your eyes or your eyebrows as well, or even in the tip of your eyes. But I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm just gonna add a little touch of highlight on the bridge of my nose. Let it fall. And there you guys have it. So I'm gonna bring you guys out. I'm going to put on my full ensemble, and then I'm gonna show you guys the whole look. Okay guys, so this is the overall look. I think it turned out cute, I'm beat. But anyway, I did this for y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to be the first to see our videos. Onyx said bye. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.